Hello, this is a message for someone who's constantly feeling bogged down by the information that comes at them from the outside world. Now, it's like you go on your socials or online or where the fuck you're going, you talk to the people you normally go to, you check your group chats or whatever the fuck, and everywhere, you just feel like every topic of conversation is making you feel bad. Okay, and you might not have even given it that much thought. You just know you're always like in a bad mood and crabby. And I guess again, tying in with the last two messages, so I guess this is like a theme for the day, is that like your life's pretty good, but everyone around you, their life is pretty good too if you look at it objectively. Yet there's a lot of complaining going around. There's a general dreadful vibe. I'm also getting something about you watch depressing things, and oh my gosh, this is something I'm very sensitive to. I just watched a movie last night. What was it? Roofman. And listen, I like those actors. Good job, blah, blah. I understand why, as an actor, you would pick that role, Channing. I get it. You did a good job. You felt all the feelings. You had me feeling all the fucking feelings, too. And unfortunately, what I think for myself at the end of the day is another dreadful fucking story of someone's dreadful fucking life. And I know that there's millions, billions, maybe, of people living dreadful lives, and it matters. But I don't want my life to be dreadful. And I just don't have an interest in dreadful fucking stories. I don't. I, for example, will not watch anything about people losing their money. Like, I don't care if actors I like are involved. If the show or movie is about people who are doing well and then they lose everything, I'm not fucking watching it. Furthermore, I'm not laughing about it. Okay, like if they're trying to get me to laugh about people losing everything, I feel like it's like they're trying to trick me into negative manifestation. So here's what's happening. If this message is for you, you are being tricked into negative manifestation. You're being tricked because you're just going with things, okay? Society is unfortunately set up this way, full of traps to get you to, manifest horrible things for yourself. So that's the challenge of living in this society. It's part of the game of current life. And what's happening right now for you is that even though, if this message is for you, even though you want to feel better, you feel like it's like impossible because everywhere you look is a bad feeling thing. Whether it's a conversation with people in your life, conversation with people at work, you checking on the news, you checking on your socials, you watching whatever newest movie came out, is always something negative, something depressing, some kind of horrible take on reality, some kind of dreadful story of life, some kind of something like that. And here's the thing. I know, because I live in this society too, how hard it is to constantly curate your life and be an active decision maker in what you're taking in and refusing to feed yourself that kind of stuff. I know how hard it is because I do it. I do it every day and I refuse things every day. My goddaughter, 10 years old, recently was like, oh, I'm really into Stranger Things. You should check out Stranger Things. And to me, again, I don't care if I like the actors. I don't care about really anything except my mental, emotional well-being. And therefore, since that's at the top of my priority, just so much gets filtered out of my life. It's fucking ridiculous. But that's what makes my life good, is that I filter all that stuff out, okay? So I checked out Stranger Things. And I can tell it is designed and they put a huge amount of effort into having people at the edge of their seat in a state of trepidation, waiting for the next scary fright. And I'm just simply not up for that kind of fucking ride on a nightly basis. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, I hate sneezing. Oh, okay. God bless me though. Oh, jeez. Anyway, I'm not about to sign up to be on the edge of my seat every night because Winona Ryder, who I think is great, has chosen to do this to herself for a living. Honestly, I feel for actors, and I actually do think they deserve the ginormous amounts of money they get for these jobs they do, because I just feel like you could not pay me enough to put myself through that. Drama actors, are you fucking kidding me? Like, work myself into the worst state of mind of my life, and then make a show of it, literally, and just spill my entire guts in front of 40 people all up in my face, and then repeat it over and over again. Like, are you fucking kidding me? I could not get paid enough to do that. Now, comedy, I would do probably for free. It's a very different take, okay? I would try over and over again to do a stunt because it's funny. And every time we laugh our asses off, I would do that. I would even do it for an action movie. But drama, I don't know how those people do that. I see it's damaging to them. And, all the power to them. But I cannot do that to myself, even just by proxy, by watching their work. Okay? And so this is what you're going to have to learn to do. You're going to have to learn to curate your life and what you're taking in. And you're going to have to start looking at things more objectively. Like I just said, is this stressing you out? Is this messing with your nervous system? Like, if you're watching a show every night that is doing that to you, how do you expect to manifest a good life if you're in a state of panic by proxy? Also, what I've noticed happens to people is that they become numb to this. They think it's not affecting them. Oh, I don't get afraid. Oh, I don't get frightened. No, you do. You've just learned to ignore it because you just expose yourself to it so much that you become desensitized. And that is extremely dangerous. I'll tell you why right now. Because you have those danger spidey senses for a reason. If you start numbing yourself to negative feedback for your body, stuff that tells you, this is unpleasant, then you're probably going to start putting up with that shit in relationships, in jobs, in all kinds of life decisions. You're going to start making life decisions where you're not going to notice when someone makes you feel anxious or upset or on the edge of your seat, or worse, you're going to interpret that as a positive thing. Now, that's the real danger, when you're so numbed out to your own emotions and how things affect you, and you're in such a constant dysregulated state that when you start interpreting any stimulation, negative or positive, as, something good. And then when someone makes you feel a negative way in a relationship, job, whatever, you interpret that as some kind of high, similar to the high you're getting from this TV show or movie or whatever the fuck, okay? And then you go for it, thinking it's exciting. It's not exciting. You've just totally dulled your own GPS through exposing yourself to this nervous system burning entertainment to the point that you can no longer tell left from right, cold from hot, good from bad. And so now any stimulation is something also, because you're so numb. So now you start interpreting any stimulation as positive, because anything that doesn't make you feel numb feels positive, right? Because feeling numb feels bad and feels, anti-nature. So yeah, this is what's going on. It's really complicated, but you can take care of it if you decide to become really conscious and aware of it. So hopefully that was helpful.